Hey there, hi there, Fanatical here. Today I'm going to be reviewing all my very awesome pretty dog shit builds. And as most people know, I am very build carried, not an inch of skill in my gameplay. So let's start from here. Let's cut to the place where I showed this build and we'll go from down and we'll start from here and go down, alright? This build right here, let's go. The first build I will put on display is my Grand Sudaruska Assassination build. Now, alright, I made this build a while ago, 56. This is around when I started getting good at the game. So when I started actually making, well, I mean, I wasn't good at the game by then, but when I started getting a grasp of the game. And so this is my oldest build. It is also the build where I made the Crypt of the Unbroken Assassination enchant farming video, which is my first video on this channel. Overall, the build is pretty worthless, I have to say. I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's got 100, so in a PvP scenario, if I got the assassination off, I could probably win. But other than that, this build is not winning anything in PvP or PvE except for, the assassinations. It doesn't have any particularly good talents. Actually, I'll check right now. Anyway, for the talents, it does, the only legendary talent it has is Shared Demise. It does have some of the really good Frost talents like Frozen Pincushion for Ice Daggers and Saint J. Frozen Lake is also pretty good. That's basically it. We didn't even get Conditioned Runner, did I? He must have accidentally picked Fishman here, which I should have gotten a Conditioned Runner. Unfortunate, but overall this is my most OG build. Probably one of my favorites just because it's OG. Of course, the Oath is Jet Striker, and the Bell is Resurrection. That variant, I've actually never used it before in combat, so I actually have no idea what this variant does. But yeah, it does that. Anyway, on to the next. We've got my Vision Shaper Shadow Hero Blade build. A lot of my builds are just go reinforced armor and go 100 of their tomb. I'm going with a Hero Blade. So not the most creative builds. I've also made this build when I was pretty new at the game. I didn't even know how to get Eclipse Kick. I didn't know you had to have a certain amount of strength to get Eclipse Kick. So yeah, I was just kind of rolling and begging for Eclipse Kick, even though it was completely impossible for me to get. We do have stuff like a decently, okay, it's pretty bad. I should put more Cloudstones and Trash Stones in that, but that's alright. This is the build I used in the video of me talking about how Vision Shaper is the best PvP oath, because you can just illusionary servants, then use ranged mantras, and they can't really do much about it. It has Shadow Travel. The Bell is a Throwing Reaper. I need to untarnish that, but that's that. It has talents like Blood Shadow and Reinforced Armor. That's basically what I've got here. It's also a Charisma build because Vision Shaper, so it's got Golden Tongue. It has Multiplying Spark Shadebringer. And that's pretty much it. On to the next one. And this is my Blind Seer PvE build. He used to have orange hair, but he's a little bit old now, unfortunately. And I know Evan Spear is better for PvE, but honestly, I just love the high level tubers. Even if it does less damage, it's just so cool, I reckon. For this build, it is attunementless, 100 medium, 65 strength. It has Million Ton Piece, so this is Shrine of Ordered. This was before Collapsed Lung was a thing, so I didn't even go for 100 strength, went straight for 90. The Strong Left, Strong Leap, Dash, Water Bash, Reinforced Andrelian Surge. Pretty mid mantras. I couldn't even get level 5 with Strong Left, because I forgot to level that up when I had more strength, unfortunately. I have a Providence Thorn High Level Tuberous and a Gluttony High Level Tuberous, even though I have Carnivore, so that's pretty worthless. For the talents in this build, Million Ton Piercer, Bunch of Willpower for mostly Blind Seer. Also, I accidentally went into Agility instead of Intelligence for Shrine of Order. I forgot to put Intelligence there, so yeah, I did mess this build up, but I still love it. The Bell is Payback, that variant. I don't know what you call that variant, but it's that. Anyway, on to the next. If you couldn't tell, I am very fond of mage builds. This is my Flame Charm Hero Blade build. It is Azure Flames. And the Bell is Sacred Field. And the Oath is Oathless. It's an Oathless build. Also, if someone wants to tell me what this Sacred Field does, I'm not sure. It's pretty cool. I actually don't know if it's elemental or physical. The Bell design is actually pretty sick, I think. As for this build, it's pretty much the same as my Shadow Hero Blade one. Reinforced armor and then a little bit of intelligence there, just so I can spam mantras better. That's pretty much all that needs to be said for this build. It's pretty basic. On to the next. I have my Silent Heart build, which is also my one of my bank slots, just mostly for Hero Blades. This was made when a Silent Heart poses ring was like the biggest thing. Now it's not really that much. It's actually really bad for some reason. Like, it's not very tanky in PvP. I'm planning on changing this build up. It is a Felinor, so you know, the race is pretty useful for agility, so I might make it to like a speedrun build. The bell on this is actually crazy slots. I never get I swear I always get dagger. Pretty sure these guys hate me, so let's go beat them off real quick. Sadly, dagger sucks absolute cheeks, and also the daggers. Oh, also I got the guy's glasses on, bro. It's kind of drippy, bro. No cap. Anyway, on to the next. Now here we have another mage build, a Gale mage build, and it is a Star Kindred. Yeah, not very original either. Went 140 to 100 Gale Breath. It is probably my first Voidwalker build, actually. Pretty sure it's my first Voidwalker build, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Overall, this build has no really explanation. The bell is Jar of Souls. I just wasted on. Okay, well, that was worthless. Could have just told you to need to give you a demonstration. This does have a high vault. I need to make sure I keep that. Overall, this build is pretty good for PvP. Sinister Halo into Gale Lunge can make for some nasty combos. And that's pretty much all to be said about this build. It's kind of pretty gay, actually. On to the next. Anyway, this is the legendary progression build. So if you watch that progression, yeah, you gotta watch it now. Look how cool it is. Let's get out here. It is an Oathus build with Corrupted Gravity Field. That's pretty cool. This build was initially made to have like 6 legendary talents, I think it was. It was supposed to be Reinforced Armor, Brick Wall. It has Reinforced Armor as Brick Wall. It was supposed to get, what's it called? A World Without Sunboy messed up on it. Same with Phoenix Flames. It does have Conditioned Runner, I'm pretty sure. And it does have Ghost. That's pretty much it. So we needed Phoenix Flames and a World Without Sun, so obviously it's a merge of the both. We have some mantras on both attunement. And of course the Lights Fanator and the Parry Dagger. 100% scaling on this Lights Fanator, by the way. And it only does 26 damage. That is worthless. Jeez. Anyway, on to the next. One of my most recently made builds. My Fade Trimmer Gale Light build. So we got that. We got these stuff. Precision cuts from Fade Trimmer. A lot of stuff going on here. But the most important thing is that this build has Kamui. I got pretty lucky. Overall in PvP, it's not that great. I mean, Gale Dagger is always going to be decent, but I fucking suck, so no. It does come with the Reinforced Armor, and it does come with all the Dead Gods, both of those. So got all Reinforced Armor and all the Dead Gods in this build. So a pretty meta build, really. Other than, you know, being Gale. If it was just full of medium, then maybe it would be a meta build, but, you know, light Gale isn't really meta. You can get some crazy combos on with this. Gale Lunge, Alt Lag, into Precision Cuts, into Astral Wind. Could be some good combos. One thing that I've realized about Fade Trimmer is that Precision Cuts, you can like move like perfectly fine with it. Let's wait for the cooldown to go down. See, look, you can like it's called cross the distance from you to your opponent and use that. It actually catches them by surprise quite a lot. I like it. It's very powerful. Also, the drip is immaculate, bruh. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't even know what that word means, but it looks drippy, alright? Don't test me. Anyway, yeah, onto the next. My Star Kindred Flame Shadow build. This is one of my favorite builds, actually. It is obviously a Star Kindred. And the bell is Standing Reaper, so probably for actual ganks, it's probably the best one. It's got loads of AoE, mantras with Bloodless on them. Overall, it's a very powerful build. Same with most builds, I go for Reinforced Armor, and then pretty much just chuck into attunements. As I've said previously, I really like mage builds. Like I really like mage builds. Like, don't underestimate my love for mage builds. Also, this build has Flame Mist and Blood Shadow for optimum health regeneration, and a shit ton of Bloodless gems on these. Yeah, Sinister Halo, and even why do I have it on Encircle instead of like Ash Slam? Wait, no, I should put it on Shadow Assault instead of. Okay, not something to worry about right now. Anyway, all you need to know is it's a pretty powerful build. I just need to, you know, get a better armor and be viable. Anyway, on to the next. Another mage build that is going 180 in the attunements. 100 Frustro and 80 Thunder Coal. This build, it's pretty mid. It's pretty mid. We do go for all the dead gods. I actually don't remember, but I want something like that. This build in PvP it's alright. The bell is normal gravity field, so I guess it's good for 1v1s. I guess it's pretty terrible, but with Frostjaw it actually is a decent combo, especially with the crit. This build has lots of modified mantras like Warden's Blades, Magnet Spark Jolt Grab, and all these mantras are pretty good. You can get some pretty good combos with these. And most of all, this build is a Link Strider. I haven't progressed it yet, but yeah, it is a Link Strider. Looks pretty drippy. It's my first Link Strider build, so it's pretty hype, I guess. It's my Iron Sing build. I try not to make a lot of these because it's pretty, you know, toxic. It is just a reinforced armor. It was supposed to be a Condition Deep Crusher build, but I couldn't get my hands on one, so it's just a Rifle Spear build. As for the bell, it's a shard bone. It's got 3 shards. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And we got 20 agility for observation. You can get some pretty cool combos with the Rifle Spear, but not when I'm on 300 ping. So that's this build. I mean, obviously it's a contractor, but I haven't really progged it in the depths yet. It is also an Animal King. It is an Animal King. So that's pretty cool, I guess. On to the next. And next we got my Vision Shaper Grand Sudaruska build. This is one of my favorite builds. It is Vision Shaper with Illusionary Servants. What I usually do in combat is Illusionary Servants Ice Daggers into Wayward Gem into Grand Sudaruska critical, and then into a M1 into an Ice Eruption into an Ice Lance into an Aerial M1 into an Uppercut, and you repeat the combo. That's kind of what I do. A little bit strange. Also, if I'm feeling a little bit I don't know, zesty, I would switch it up and use a gun in my second hand. It's pretty worthless, but I guess it looks cool, I guess. This is the build I got Iron Sing on. It's got 1 Iron Sing there for no reason. I don't know why it's at the Primadon spawn thing, but what's it called? Monkey's Paw. I don't know why it's here, but it's here. Next. The last build I will be showing is my Chaos build. By far my most powerful PV. Okay, maybe not. It's my favorite PvP build. It utilizes Reinforce Lightning Cloak matched with the First Light critical to create pretty much just confuse the opponent. And align that with Detonation First Light and Wind Up. You can get some. Also with Jet Striker sprinting attack, you can get some crazy hits in. It has Grand Javelin and Rising Thunder, also Pressure Blast and Thunder Kick for a block breaker. And behind the Cloak of the Winds, it is actually a Prophet's Cloak, not a Cloak of the Winds. It is transmogged because Cloak of the Winds is kind of trash. Anyway, that's all of my builds. I actually wanted to show some of these builds in Times of Conflict. I actually went into Times of Conflict, but for some reason I was averaging like 200 ping, so I got annihilated. And now I'm below 1000 elo, so there goes my 1000 elo, man. Not that I care that much. It is just Times of Conflict in the end. But hey, if my ping isn't acting up so bad, I might do a video where I show off all my PvP builds in Times of Conflict. Whether I win or lose, I'll show them. As long as it's decent ping. Anyways, have an above average day.